All right, we got one more for you today. Our last recipient of the day of the 50-time Perfect Test History Jacket, Alexandre Pantoja. And we were looking this morning, he is the 85th recipient in the history of this program. However, if you look at those 85 recipients, I think you can count on one hand those that were in the conversation for the greatest to ever do it in their weight class, and certainly Pantoja is. And that's really rarefied air. And what that shows is not only can you be great, but you could potentially be the best of all time doing it the right way, doing it with integrity, doing it with credibility, following the rules, and that's as impressive as you can get in professional sports, and I think as unique as you can get in professional sports. So Pantoja, congratulations. We're real proud of you. Thank you for everything you do to set a great example for everybody, kids, other UFC fighters, professional athletes, and continued success in your career. Appreciate it.
Before we get into the fight, I have to ask about the jacket. I guess how proud of you to get that 50 test jacket and become the 85th athlete?
I feel so happy because I think when you talk about the doping test and all that stuff, when you're thinking about we fight with another man and it's very dangerous if you're someone like use steroids or stuff like that to get better performance in the octagon, you know. That's very dangerous sport, you know, and especially if you thinking about use some substance to get advantage about that, you know. And that's why I think that's very important. You have like a very secure control about the steroids and everything you can use, you know. It's very important to make this sport clean, you know, because when you fight in the octagon, you can take someone live, you know, and I will respect everybody make this sport clean.
What's the most annoying place that they've showed up to take it? Like the test, like the drug test you have to take? Like it's always random, so I guess what's the weirdest place they've shown up?
He go to my city in Arraial do Cabo, like 3 hours from the capital, Rio de Janeiro. I never believe someone can go there, and I've been very surprised when I see the guys knock my door there.
Looking at Josh, I guess what do you make of him as an opponent? Because you already got to face off with him. He's coming off of what many people consider the best fight of the year. You finally kind of get a fresh opponent that's not a rematch. So just overall, what do you make of Josh's skill set in there?
He's looking amazing, you know. 2025 is a great year for him, you know. What a good journey, you know. And I think he's a very inspiring a lot of this young generation, you know. A lot of guys seeking the UFC belt's not too far. You feel like if you make a very good work, you know, and Josh make that, you know. I think this is going to inspire a lot of guys from this new generation, especially the guys born in 2000. And I feel happy to face off someone like a very young and hungry like him.
He was in here and he said that your past opponents give you too much respect in the octagon. Like they kind of play into your game, and he's not going to be that. He's going to only focus on himself and be fearless in there. So I guess what type of fight are you expecting from Josh?
I expect the best one. You know, when you talk about to fight for the belt, I have the chance to fight for the belt one more time, you know. That's my mindset all the time, you know. I not go Saturday night to defend anything. I go to conquer another belt. And when you fight for the belt, you need to thinking about you in the prime time, you know. And I finished a lot of guys to make this moment happen for me, you know. And I know I'm gonna fight with the best, Josh Avan. And when you look to back, when he fight to Royval, he just have 2 weeks short notes. I know I'm gonna fight with someone much better to fight with the Royval that night, you know. He have a full camp for me. He have so much things to adjust, but at the same time, that's very good for me because I know who's my next opponent after my fight with the Kaikara France. He's stepping inside of the octagon, and I already know who's my next opponent, you know. And I really respect Josh Avan, and that's why I'm training so much. I'm involved a lot in these 2 years. I don't leave the gym. A lot of guys ask me to be more social media and a lot of stuff like that, but I like to work in the gym. You know, I want to beat the pound for pound. I want to be the best fighter of the world. You know, and it's very tough I conquer that because we have a lot of good champions right now. You know, you have Makhachev, Merab, Topuria, Shimaev, Pereira, Volkanovski, so many great guys. You know, I think that's the best time to be a UFC fan. But in the same time, it's very hard to fighters get this #1 position.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Do you feel like you're overlooked in the pound-for-pound rankings, considering how long you've been a champion in your division?
I think everybody's so great in this ranking. You know, a lot of guys have good points. You know, you see Shimaev on the feet, Topuria, Makhachev, like I look unstoppable, Merab, and I feel very happy to be part of that club. You know, the best guys, the best fighter of the world. You know, and what I want Saturday night is prove I'm the best one. And that's what I try to follow. You know, that's one of my goals.
Josh was in here, and he said he considers you the greatest flyweight of all time because when he started MMA, Demetrius Johnson had already left the UFC, so he's only ever watched you fight because you were fighting for the belt when he joined the UFC. So I guess what do you make of him ranking you above DJ in the all-time flyweights?
I appreciate, you know, I think he said that because he tried to beat me. And when you try to beat the best one, you now is the #1, you know. He's a very smart kid, you know. I hear a lot what he's talking about. He have very good mindset, the same mindset I have. And that's amazing because he's so young and keep that strong mind. I know I'm going to face off with one of the best, but DJ has his own legacy, you know. He makes so great things for us. That's why I'm here today, because DJ opened the way, they opened the door for us. My fight dream is with DJ, but it's not going to happen. And just thinking about myself right now, what can I do? And I have so much things to do in this division yet, you know. Defend this belt, one of that. And I just look to Josh Avan. He's the next.
And just last one for me. I know you've been asked about Kyoji quite a bit, but Tetsuro Taira was just back here too, and he says he thinks if he becomes the first person to finish Brandon Moreno, he should be the one to get the next title shot. So I guess what do you make of the division as a whole? It seems like there's a lot of fresh new faces for you to fight.
That's amazing, you know. Amazing time to flyweight. We did an amazing job. All the guys from flyweight division. I think right now flyweight division can be one of the best division in UFC. So entertainment, you know, have so much great fighters. You can rank top 1 to top 15, all good names. And especially right now, in the end of the year, you have so great fighters. You know, you have Kyoji Gucci Tagir, amazing fighting. You have the same night Moreno and Tatsuro. You have Royval and Manel Cape. A lot of things can change in this end of the year, and it's so special. Grab this belt in times like that for my division.
In the back, way back here. Earlier this week, UFC showed some footage they captured of your sons giving you some inspirational messages. And I believe it was the oldest one who said to you, "Don't be afraid of success." And basically he's repeating those words back to you. What does that mean to you to have now your children old enough to really be aware of what it is that you do and for them to understand the power of your words?
I saw the video, and all the time I saw this video, my eyes come with the water. And it's so special to be a father of my 2 kids, you know. That's the best title I have in my life. And we're talking about don't be afraid of the success. It's about you work very hard to conquer something. But in the same time, your mind try to block you and maybe put you down, you know. But if you make everything to make this possible, don't be afraid of the success. That's the word, you know. And I think you can use this in all positions in your life, you know. When you have a tough challenge and you prepare yourself for that moment, don't afraid of the success. You know, if you work very hard for get that, you're gonna take the victory. You know, and that's the best thing I have in my life. That's the best title I have in my life is be a dad.
I know when you told me last week, you're kind of looking at this as old school versus new school, and Joshua didn't like those comments. He thinks it's actually kind of taking away from yourself because it makes it seem like maybe you're on the way out as opposed to at the very top, and he wants full credit. I'm just curious what you think of that and him kind of taking issue in your framing of this fight.
I talk about that. You know, Joshua is a smart guy. You know, it's not a kid. He's a guy, and he has very strong mindset. And he put this in the table. You know, he don't want to talk about this difference about the years, the age, the generation, because he think he can beat me. And if he did that, he don't want people say because Pantoja is past, he's old right now. You know. He's smart. He choose very smart his words, and I happy for that because I know I'm gonna face off one of the best guys. Someone's very ready for that moment. You know, when I have 24, I'm too far about this moment, and he make, you know, but I'm not ready to leave my belt. You know, I have opportunity to one more time get the chance to be the best flyweight in the world, and Saturday night I'm win.
Yeah, and he has his chance at history, right? He can be the first fighter born in the 2000s to win a UFC title, but I guess that's something that could be a positive on your end too, right? You can shut down a new generation fighter that's, you know, challenging for the gold in this era.
That's good, you know, because I feel this similar mindset, mine, Joshua, you know. I think when you bring all that for you, you can see your opponent is a tough opponent, you know. That's why you train a lot in the gym, you know. If I think he's not kind of like he's not in my level or things like that, maybe I'm not like put a lot of work in the gym, you know. And I think that mindset make a great fighters, you know. And that's my mindset. Like he's young, he's hungry. He don't make a lot of wars like I did before, and I think he's look fresh, and this can help him. I put a lot of things to make my opponents bigger than me, you know, and then when I go to the octagon, I try to beat the guy.
Alexandre, bom dia. Você já defendeu o seu título 4 vezes. Quais foram os sacrifícios personais que precisavam fazer para manter no topo? E que mensagem você deixa para os jovens que sonham em chegar a seu nível?
Em português?
Yeah.
Depois de defender o título 4 vezes, eu tenho treinado ainda mais. Eu não saio de casa para fazer qualquer coisa. Eu procuro estar muito concentrado. Eu acho que eu aprendi muito. Eu virei um atleta muito melhor depois que eu conquistei o cinturão. Eu acho que o sacrifício maior é sobre isso. Não é sobre o que eu tenho feito, mas o que eu tenho deixado de fazer também. Eu tenho deixado de curtir muitos momentos com a minha família, de estar em lugares com meus filhos, para estar focado 100%. Eu estou com 35 anos agora, eu não tenho tempo nenhum para perder. Eu quero aproveitar muito o tempo que eu tenho agora. Eu me sinto no topo da minha carreira. Então, eu acho que tudo isso tem me ajudado a ser um lutador melhor. Eu entender que eu não tenho tempo para perder, que eu tenho que ser um atleta melhor, que eu tenho que cuidar mais da minha dieta, que eu tenho que cuidar bem do meu sono, que eu tenho que cuidar bem do meu corpo. Eu acho que tudo isso tem me ajudado a ser um lutador melhor. Isso eu vejo na academia, eu tenho treinado melhor. E eu acho que isso vai se refletir dentro do octógono. Eu acho que essa é a mensagem, né? Eu acho que tanto você um pouco mais velho ou mais novo, você tem que entender que o tempo agora conta muito. Então, tudo que você está fazendo agora vai refletir no futuro. Eu tenho dedicado muito do meu tempo, da minha vida, para ser um lutador melhor. E eu acho que esse é o melhor conselho que eu posso dar.
Se você defender o cinturão mais uma vez, como você define o seu legado na divisão? E o que te motiva mais, ser o melhor peso mosca da história ou dominar enquanto poder?
É isso que eu quero. Eu quero ser o melhor peso músculo da história, sem sombra de dúvida. Eu quero ser o melhor lutador do mundo. Eu quero o número 1 do pound for pound. É uma coisa que me motiva muito também. Eu acredito que se eu vencer no sábado, o que vai acontecer é que eu vou querer vencer de novo, né? Eu vou querer ir para a sexta defesa e, como eu falo, se eu vencer no sábado, no domingo eu já não sou mais campeão mundial. Eu vou querer a data e eu vou ter a data certa para saber quando que eu posso ser campeão mundial novamente.
Obrigada.
Obrigado.
Alexandre, just one. O Flamengo é campeão da Libertadores, tetracampeão. Como foi para você como flamenguista?
Foi muito bom, cara. É muito inspirador ver o Flamengo vencendo, como vem vencendo. É muito importante para o Brasil ter um time tão representativo como o Flamengo é. Um time que joga para todas as classes, né? Não só as classes mais pobres, mas todas as classes do Brasil. E o que eu gosto de ressaltar do Flamengo sempre é que o Flamengo primeiro cuidou da casa, né? Ele pagou as contas que devia e aí ele conseguiu estruturar bem o time. Eu acho que isso se reflete muito em qualquer posição na sua vida, né? Seja um time de MMA, seja qualquer outra coisa. Eu acho que você tem que cuidar primeiro do financeiro, fazer as coisas saudáveis e aí você depois consegue usufruir disso tudo. Thank you. No? One more?
All right. What's your plan against Joshua Vance's very accurate and rapid punches?
Sorry?
Joshua Vance, he has record, in accurate punches and very accurate and very rapid. So do you have any plans for that?
My plans is secrets. But everybody know my style fight. When the fight start, I try to complete domination my opponent. That's what I try to do. My first fight to right now, and what I think is I have a great opportunity Saturday night to face off one of the best fights of the world. That's what I want.
Okay, so does that mean you prepare different for Joshua Vance than other fighters before?
Of course, we know what the best skills Joshua Van have. Everybody know about his boxing. Everybody know about his takedown defense. And that's a very good combo, And I know that, and then you can figure out what I try to do. But that's some position Joshua. I see Joshua will talk about that. He don't have a game plan. When he go to the octagon, things happen. I share the same mindset. You can think a lot of things, but when, like Mike Tyson say, when you get the punch in the face, everything change. And I don't like put in my head a lot of game plans. I like to go there, feel the fight, and try to finish my opponent.
Okay. Last question. You mentioned Merab earlier. Will you ever consider going up, before you get older, will you ever consider going up 135 and challenge Merab or something?
Maybe when Merab retire, I try to go another bout. But Merab is too good, But I have a lot of respect for him. Me, my team, talking about that. But we need a lot of time to understand that, change my body to 135. Everybody watches Ellie Young when fight Valentina Shevchenko is complete different, when the size difference. Right. And when you talk about the flyweight, bantamweight divisions, 10 pounds, a lot of difference.
Thank you.